Balthazar, and welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showcasing Quartzwood Crasher. So this is a rare from Ikoria, and I feel pretty firmly that this is the best Ikoria card I've gotten so far. I've gotten a number of the mythics, I've gotten a bunch of rares, I've gotten one masterpiece, but this thing is head and shoulders above the rest. This thing is crazy strong. So it's an 8/8 for 17, and when a non-token creature with trample you control deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, create a dinosaur beast token. Then that creature is going to get +X/+X, where X is the combat damage dealt to your opponent's planeswalker by that damage. So it says with trample during this combat, but that's not actually entirely true, because if you do the double strike damage, the second hit doesn't include the first hit's damage in buffing the dinosaur beast token. That being said, the dinosaur beast is a 1/1 on its own, but as you can imagine, it gets really big really fast. So if you use Quartzwood Crasher, you can really only use one other creature. So I decided to pair it with Borborygmos, because Borborygmos also has trample, and the Savage Cat Beast is here. And when Borborygmos hits your opponent, then the Quartzwood Crasher is going to get reinforced. And so as a result of that, you're going to have it so that Borborygmos is making the Quartzwood Crasher make the tokens even stronger, and it's just this beautiful loop. The rest of the deck is a pretty run-of-the-mill deck for me with regards to trying to get a creature out and do wappy to the facey. So I've got Court of Calling, I've got my gem converters in Garenbrig and Nissa's Pilgrimage, I've got Nissa's Revelation for card draw, Court of Calling to try and fetch my baddies as quickly as possible, Death Sprout and an Electro Dominance for removal, and Embercleave to give the Quartzwood Crasher double strike. I am running Samut so that I can have another way of giving the Crasher double strike, and also so that if I've got Embercleave down, I can give Borborygmos double strike also, and just mac on complete faces. So let's go ahead, throw this into the standard training grounds, and show you guys just how powerful this card actually is. So we look at our starting hand, and we've got the Crasher. That's excellent. Yeah, this should be a pretty quick game over, unless Elspeth has some kind of fantastic removal game going. And Elspeth doesn't usually have that great of removal. So turn 1 Crasher, sweet. We've got our first ability, sweet. This is all but over. Let's move Killer Instinct up. Once we make our second token, we can actually go ahead and play the Killer Instinct. So we should actually get 2 tokens down this turn from this attack. So you know what? Let's go ahead and let that go, just in case we cascade into the red. We don't. And so here you're going to see that the first one comes down for 11, and the second one comes down for 11 more. So it doesn't actually get the first 10. It doesn't get the 30. But nonetheless, just playing this Crasher, I've already got 30 power out against my opponent, just from having this nasty beastie down, which is like just completely nuts. We're going to get Killer Instinct down, so we're going to lose one of the Crasher's reinforcements here, the beast token, but that's fine, because the beast token is going to get up to 30 power before we lose a reinforcement. And so hopefully here we get Borborygmos, just so we can make this even nastier, and we don't, but that's okay. So my opponent gets this Harmonious Archon thing down. We don't like that, but you'll see that the beast token stays strong because, well, you know, this thing reduces base power toughness, and that actually kind of makes our beast token stronger. And when I say kind of, I mean entirely. It's not like, oh, you know, maybe it's a little bit stronger. No, it's definitely stronger. So here we're going to want to try and take away a match from Elspeth. She doesn't really have any matches, so we'll just go ahead and take that. And then that's going to give us a beast token that just doesn't quite kill Elspeth. So her Harmonious Archon saved her for 1 turn, but that's really all it could do for her before a sweet good night. So we're trying to freeze down our hand, but I've noticed that I've had a little bit of a harder time since the patch with selecting the cards in my hand. So that's match number 1. It went by pretty quickly. Let's go ahead, throw it into another match, and just show you the true power of this beast. Like, it's one of the crazy things about it is that you find that your matches just end really quickly. And like, to me, the really insane thing is that not only are they ending quickly, but like you really only need the beast down. Like, that's it. You get the beast down, maybe you use Samut's first ability, and then that's all you need to win the game. You know, usually you need to play multiple cards, you need to do this and that, but with this thing, you don't need the this and the that. You just need the smacky, and that's it. It's crazy. So here we're going for gem conversion first, and then naturally removal after that. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and try and Death Sprout here, just so that I can get Castle Garenbrig down too. Might as well just get both of my gem converters down early, and then once I draw into something that will let me get a creature, I can Electro Dominance, get some free mana, and then get the Quartzwood Crasher down. So that's the general idea here. Try and get Quartzwood Crasher down as quickly as possible. So our draws right now are being a little bit of stinkers, but I mean, obviously I'm going to keep this in here because this is very indicative of what it's like to play Puzzle Quest. You get some boom and bust scenarios, so this is just fine. I don't see Teferi being too scary. So here we go. We got the Crasher. We're going to get the Crasher down this turn because Electro Dominance is going to give it 10 mana, and then Samut is going to give me 8 to the Quartzwood. So let's go ahead and get Quartzwood down. I am using my Electro Dominance here, but that's fine. And I'm going to be playing Embercleave next turn. In the event that you're wondering, why didn't you play Embercleave this turn? Well, I didn't want for Teferi to potentially play removal on my support. And I really want to keep that particular support very, very much. So will we get lucky? Yes, we did. Fantastic. So when I say lucky, I mean being able to play that right there. And cool, we've got Borborygmos right on up there. So ideally, we can actually go ahead and play Borborygmos next turn. So let's see if we can keep the luck. So we're gonna Electro Dominance to kill that little flyer. We don't need that here. Let's see. Wow, all these 5 matches. I was saying I was getting a little bit unlucky at the beginning, but now it's the opposite. The luck, the worm has turned. Jeez Louise. All right, so now here you're actually going to get to see Borborygmos with double strike and the Quartzwood with double strike. So here you're going to see the beast is going to kill Teferi this turn unless Teferi gets rid of my creatures. So he doesn't. I'm going to give double strike to Borborygmos here. So that's going to be Samut's first ability. And between Quartzwood and Borborygmos, that's it. There's just nothing. There's just nothing that Teferi can do. Let's see how big the token gets though. So it's getting to 39. That should be 58. And then Borborygmos is gonna bring it on up to 81, I think. So yeah, 82. Excuse me, but I mean, come on. So I don't know that you need to see more Quartzwood Crasher, but yeah, the card is amazing. If you don't have it yet, you should definitely keep your eyes out for it for when you ultimately get it from Premium Pack or something. And if you do have it and you haven't tried it out yet, I would strongly advise that you dust this thing off and bring it into an event or the training grounds or something. You don't need all the mythics and masterpieces that I have in order to make this thing work. You really just need this thing, and that's it. And once it's down, you win. I mean, there's really not a lot to it. So it's a crazy strong rare, like crazy strong. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.